Very good evening, friends. This side Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. The video shot 18th October 2020. As we speak, we are 18 days away from US elections, precisely. And markets are little volatile, but not much. Anyways, our desk is keeping an eye on that and we keep you posted. But today I wanted to start or shot a video which is how we can select amongst many things. Problem of plenty. Treasury Consulting on time to time basis keep you posting that the venture capitalists and the private equity players are taking an aggressive position in India. But it's a highly unfortunate fact that the media is not revealing this in the rightest way. But anyways, this is not a problem because the day is not far when the top 95% of the companies of India would be owned by global private equity or venture capitalist players. I'm sure about this. And by then, I'm sure the media would realize this, but then it would be too late. A venture capitalist or a private equity player who sits in Singapore and US will manage this company, and then we will realize what we did. But every coin is having head and tail. This is one side of the coin, which means the ownership structure. Of course, ownership structure matters. But one important thing that we need to understand is that why the private equity or the venture capitalist player are taking up positions in India and how, as a young or an experienced investor in the equity markets in India, we can encash this. There are many answers to this, but let me start from the scratch. Private equity and venture capitalists are those people, those who are having surplus of money. But there is a biggest mindset, which is that this money is owned by them. No, that is absolutely incorrect. There are very small private equity or the venture capitalist players we have who take positions using their own money. Apart from that, 99% of the deals is done via the money of family offices. Like there are many family offices we have in this globe. And some family offices are ultra rich family offices, and some family offices are medium rich family offices, and some family offices are okay. The ultra rich family offices on an often note gives money to these private equity and the venture capitalist player, which they invest in companies, get some percentage, and of course they pay some interest to their lenders. Rarely private equity and the venture capitalist player invest their own money. They invest others' money. And that is the reason they are not worried. That is the reason they are investing in loss-making startups, because they know if the company fails, let it be. It is not my money. Simple. And as we keep pointing you on time to time basis that the private equity and venture capitalist positions in India are rising, and the day is not far when 95% of the Indian companies would be owned by either private equity or venture capitalist player. As a young investor or as a seasoned investor, I think it is a super opportunity to think about it. Example, I term this as problem of plenty. Of course, we have BlackRock, Blackstone, Brookfield, Oak Capital, and there are many PE and VC firms we have across the globe. In fact, on Bloomberg, when we type a ticker called PE, then there is a hell lot of information which is coming. In Reuters, we type private equity, there is a hell lot of information which is coming. And for a human brain, it is next to impossible to digest that information. So we need to understand one thing very clearly, that span of control has to be there. If we do not have a span of control, then we are bound to lose. That's something which has to be very clear. Please be note that as a desk, you have no, I can say no, but I can say that as a desk, you do not have an unlimited bandwidth whereby you can invest in or you can have a look at every private equity player. But you need to understand one thing very clearly and upfrontly, which is that there are few private equity players, those who are historically known as money managers. And if they do the deal, then it really matters. And history is a witness that 9 out of 10 deals are profitable by them. So let's have a look, guys, in that regards. In the last week, just concluded, we got two information. Number one, Indiabulls Housing Finance on Friday said that it has sold a portion of its stake in Oak Knock Holdings, the parent company of the Oak North Bank, for around 220 crores. The lender has been gradually selling its stake to UK-based bank too. In the past couple of months, it has sold part of its stake to the Oak North Bank to the US-based Riva Capital Partners for about 440 crore, TEMF, a fund managed by Tosca Fund Asset Management, for around 630 crore, and so on and so forth. So one thing is sure, that the private equity or the VC player or the funds, they are taking up positions. And it's not about Indiabulls. It's about almost every company they are taking a position. Like another news which we got is my beautiful and my lovely friend Blackstone. Blackstone Group Inc. is nearly a deal to buy the Indian developer Commercial Properties for about 2 billion, which is around 15,000 crores. According to the people with knowledge of this matter, the US private equity group is in advanced talks to acquire prestige estate projects, rent yielding asset including offices and operating malls, the people said. The terms has not yet finalized and the negotiation could still be delayed or fall apart. So the total investment is around closer to $2 billion. But that is not important. This is important. Blackstone is the largest owner of commercial real estate in India, with a total investment of around 7.8 billion as of March 2020, which means at least 50,000 crores. Blackstone is the largest owner of commercial real estate in India with a total investment of around 7.8 billion as of March 2020, which means at least 50,000 crores. The young investor need to understand the problem of plenty, and how he can understand the problem of plenty is that there are many PE and VC firms we have across the globe. Example, BlackRock, Blackstone, Vanguard, KKR, many. And as a young investor, you need to learn that who out of them is really profitable, and the track record, which you can easily get on Bloomberg and Reuters, by the way. Once you get on Bloomberg and Reuters, if they hit any company, then you can take position in that company. Example, if I open Bloomberg and Reuters and see in the last 1 year, or say from 1st January, how many private equity or the venture capitalist deal are done in India, amount, company name and everything, then this information is there. But guys, am I supposed to take up a position in all? Definitely not. Because capital is a constraint and time is a constraint. That's more important. And we need to appreciate that. Nothing wrong in this. But what would if I make a mindset and I learn about the top 10 private equity and the VC players of the globe? Example, Blackstone, BlackRock, Brookfield, KKR, and many. And I see that in which company they take up a position. And based upon that, I can hit that company. Well, that doesn't mean buy side, it means buy and sell side. Both. That's very important. And I think that Indian investors need to understand this as early as possible. Because this is my personal perception that coronavirus is going nowhere. We just saw this in Europe. London is like, I have no words to explain. And I really feel very sad when I see London. And I think London is turning out to be another US. when it comes to coronavirus. And I'm sure that the way the Brexit deal is fallen, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is under deep pressure, Brexit failure, and now coronavirus, huge borrowings by the British government, and all negative things. Boris Johnson, it will put an end of London as a global financial center. So private equity players will definitely take this opportunity and come in India and Southeast Asia, which includes Singapore, Thailand, Dubai, Philippines, and all. And by the way, Singapore is also not an exception. Let it be honest. Private equity players are taking position there also. So guys, learn it. Because if you're expecting that Indian companies are in a position to raise money via corporate actions such as IPO, FPO, offer for sale, right issues, stock split, divestiture, stock buyout, buy-in, and so on and so forth, then I think not everybody is in a situation to get this done. And that is what I call this problem of plenty. When you have many private equity deals, which is happening almost on weekly basis, and amongst all these private equity deals, we need to decide, hey guys, where we are going and why are we going? That's more important. And Treasury Consulting Hedge Fund Desk is completely evaluating all this detail. Thank you very much to the Bloomberg and Reuters for giving so much information that it is helping us a lot, because we need not to search this information, and even if we need to search, then the effort is very minimal. But guys, having said that, I can say that the quantum of private equity and venture capitalist deal in Southeast Asia, including India, will definitely grow. And the earliest the young guns understand this as a concept, the better it is for them. The late they understand, the late is for them. By the way, our desk concluded at least 4 such deals to be happen by December, where we expect one deal is, we are expecting one mid-size Indian bank, not buyout but heavily investment by private equity player. We are expecting one mid-size Indian bank to be sold out or to be buyout by existing private banks in India. We are expecting a little bit of investment in one of the pharmaceutical companies in India. And we are expecting heavy investment in the retail sector in India, which is e-commerce. And of course, as the time come, our desk immediately inform our customer, and we will take up positions. But I'm happy that the private equity players are in action, but under which terms and conditions, they are investing their money, that is difficult to tell. This is Rahul from Treasury Consulting. You know our WhatsApp 9818485155, and I think action to grow. Have a great time, sir.